Have you ever looked around and thought, why are so many hardworking people still struggling financially? It's not always about laziness or a lack of ambition. In fact, many people are working harder than ever, but still living paycheck to paycheck. The problem isn't just effort, it's the way people think, spend, and make decisions. Most of us are unknowingly following patterns that keep us stuck in place, and the worst part? These patterns feel so normal we don't even question them. If you've ever felt like no matter what you do, you're not getting ahead, you're not alone. Let's talk about the real reasons most people stay poor and what you can do to escape the trap. 10. Living beyond their means. It might sound obvious, but this is one of the biggest reasons people stay broke. Many people spend more than they earn, not just on luxuries, but on things they think are normal. New phones, fancy clothes, eating out, or taking loans to fund a lifestyle they can't truly afford. It's easy to get caught in this, especially when it feels like everyone around you is doing the same. The pressure to keep up can lead to credit card debt, monthly payments, and zero savings. Escaping this trap starts with living below your means. That doesn't mean never enjoying life, it just means being smart about your money. Spend less than you earn, and you'll give yourself breathing room to grow financially. 9. Not tracking their money. Most people have no idea where their money goes each month. They just know it comes in and somehow disappears. Without tracking your spending, you're flying blind. You can't improve what you don't measure. Tracking your income and expenses might sound boring, but it gives you control. When you see where your money is going, you can cut back on things that don't matter and start directing money toward what does, like savings, investments, or building a side hustle. Wealthy people don't ignore their finances, they know exactly where every dollar is going, and that's what helps them grow it. 8. Depending on one source of income. Many people rely on a single job to pay all their bills. The problem with this is that it puts your entire life in one basket. If something happens, like layoffs, illness, or company shutdowns, everything falls apart. Rich people understand this risk, so they build multiple streams of income. That might mean investing, freelancing, renting out property, or creating digital products. You don't need to be rich to start diversifying, you just need to start small. Even an extra few $100s a month from a side gig can make a big difference and open the door to bigger things later on. 7. Believing that hard work alone is enough. We've all heard people say, if you work hard, you'll succeed. And while hard work is important, it's not the full story. There are janitors and laborers who work harder than CEOs, but make far less. That's because it's not just about effort, it's also about direction. Working hard at the wrong thing will never make you rich. You have to work smart. That means learning high-income skills, finding opportunities that offer growth, and being willing to take calculated risks. Success comes from combining effort with strategy. Hard work is the engine, but strategy is the map. 6. Not investing early enough. Many people avoid investing because it feels confusing, risky, or like something only rich people do. But the truth is, the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Time is the most powerful factor in building wealth, even more than how much you invest. When you delay investing, you're missing out on the magic of compound growth. The stock market, index funds, or even a simple retirement plan can help your money multiply over time. You don't need thousands to get started. Even small amounts invested regularly can turn into something big over the years. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start now, even if it's with $10. 5. Letting fear make their financial decisions. fear keeps people stuck. Fear of losing money, fear of starting something new, fear of failing. It causes people to avoid investing, stay in jobs they hate, and ignore opportunities because they seem too risky. The problem is, fear doesn't protect you. It keeps you small. Yes, every decision involves some risk, but staying in the same place can be even riskier. Wealthy people take risks, but they take smart ones. They research, learn, and prepare. They understand that fear is a part of the process, but they move forward anyway. If you let fear make your decisions, you'll never grow. Learning to manage fear, not avoid it, is key to escaping the poverty trap. 4. Not building skills that pay well. Many people spend years in jobs that don't reward them financially. They stick with low-paying roles because it feels safe or familiar. But in today's world, your income is closely tied to your skills. High-income skills like sales, coding, digital marketing, design, copywriting, or even video editing are in demand. And the best part is,
3. Trying to impress others. This one hurts, but it's true. A lot of people stay broke because they care too much about looking successful instead of actually being successful. They buy things to impress others: cars, clothes, expensive phones, not because they need them, but because they want to feel accepted or admired. The problem is, this kind of spending keeps you in a cycle of debt and stress. Real wealth doesn't flash, it's quiet. Rich people often drive regular cars and wear simple clothes because they value freedom over flexing. When you stop trying to impress people and start focusing on your future, everything changes. 2. Not surrounding themselves with the right people. You've probably heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And it's true. If your circle is full of people who complain, waste money, and have no goals, it's easy to fall into the same mindset. But when you're around people who think big, invest, learn, and push themselves, that energy rubs off on you. You don't need to cut off your friends, but you do need to be intentional. Find online communities, books, mentors, or podcasts that expose you to new ways of thinking. Who you surround yourself with can either pull you down or lift you up. 1. Not taking responsibility. This is the most important one. Most people stay poor because they blame the system, the government, their parents, the economy, everything but themselves. While it's true that life isn't fair and some people start with more than others, blaming everything around you gives away your power. Taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself. It means realizing that you have control over what happens next. When you take ownership of your situation, you start to look for solutions instead of excuses. That shift in mindset is powerful. It means you're no longer waiting for someone to save you, you're choosing to save yourself. At the end of the day, staying poor isn't just about money. It's about mindset, habits, and choices. The good news is every trap we've talked about can be avoided or escaped with awareness and action. You don't have to be perfect or make massive changes overnight. Start small, be consistent, and focus on progress. Your future self will thank you. If this video helped you see things differently, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And if you want more honest, real talk content like this, hit that subscribe button. We're building a community of people who are ready to grow, learn, and take control of their lives, one step at a time. Thanks for watching, and remember, you have more power than you think. Use it.